Welcome back, guys. In today's episode, we begin the long drive from Netherlands to Norway. We pass through multiple borders.
We're going towards Norway. We're in a camper van.
Change our plans last minute.
And we're going to be trying to drive as far out of Denmark as we can.
And when we think we are getting a bargain, well...
I was like, 15.89
This is so
krone.
cheap.
You've spent £115. I was like,
That is for half a tank, but that's the least of our worries. This week, we experience our worst travel moment yet.
I really didn't expect this, and I feel like such an idiot.
If you missed the last episode, it was all about van life in Amsterdam.
Oh my god!
We share 18 things for you to do there, and as they say, what happens in Amsterdam stays in Amsterdam.
And now it's time for coffee.
Hi guys, we are Nick, Sam and Lord Onyx, and this van right here is our home. We've been living and travelling on the open road since 2018, and what a journey it has been. Subscribe and turn on those notifications for van life adventures every week.
oh, what a beautiful view. It's literally like a sea of green.
Free food for tonight.
Let's go foraging. So clean here already, I think. It's beautiful.
So this is our first park up, in a little town on the German side of the border, and this is Yanis, our neighbour for today.
Thank you very much.
You can tell me
if
if it is okay. I think not bad.
Yanis has just given us some of his own homemade tzatziki. I think it's delicious.
I'm scoffing it. It's delicious.
Just hit our first autobahn, so let's see how fast this pony can gallop. Foot is literally on the floor. I'm scared.
We are just going past 90 miles per hour. Do you think the van's just going to break down in the middle of the autobahn?
It's like gust of wind and we're gone.
Look, we're actually going past loads of people, not just lorries either. So how did you feel about that?
Normally I'll be okay, but in this van, a little bit shaky. The wind, you could actually feel it rocking the van, and at 90 miles per hour, it feels a little bit unsteady.
It felt like we were flying.
Yeah. Hopefully there'll be another one so we can at least get this baby going to 100 miles an hour.
So the fuel light is flashing, so it's time we get some diesel in this pony.
How much are we looking
I'm
at?
calling it pony because that's what you called it earlier. We are looking at €2.23 all the way up to €2.32 for some diesel, which is making me feel sick, but
Sweat.
we've got to get to Norway, so we've got to feed the baby. Right, stay on the right. Right, stay on the right. We have some good news, guys. The diesel is actually €2.05
Woohoo.
here. So we have a 20-cent savings per litre. How much did you just fill up by?
I think we put in €70.
And guess how much is in the tank? You can't look. I'm hiding it from you. You can't see it.
Better be over halfway. It better be over halfway. Really?
It's just under.
It is wet, man. I hope it doesn't get this wet in Norway.
There you go. He just did it through his mind. He just was.
The past few days has been super rainy, torrential rain and thunderstorms actually, and last night we got woken up at 3 AM to a thunderstorm, and I had to quickly jump out of the bed in case the rain was coming through all the windows, as it is still quite warm here, so it's just very humid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird weather, but the thunderstorms here are quite
They're cool.
violent.
They vibrate the whole van, don't they? Like, you can feel the whole van shake. So yeah, the past few days has been just driving and chilling and working, so there hasn't been too much to keep you updated with. Are you smelling my breath? Are you trying to tell them that it's smelly?
Who said it? There was a great quote. This guy said,
There's 3 people up there.
We are just about to cross the border into Denmark. There's a bit of a hold up. Everyone is queuing up. It seems like there may be border control.
There is loads of people, but also some of them are just cutting grass, so I can't really tell what's going on.
They just pulled a car into that tent, so I have no idea what's happening there.
In England.
UK.
Yeah. We're going towards Norway. We're in a camper van.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You have your passports?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're in the
I think
back.
in the
Can I
back.
go out and get them?
Yes.
Yeah.
It turns out that there is border control going into Denmark, and that the people who mow lawns wear the same uniform as those who work on border control. So
We've not hit a single border control across Europe. That's
No.
the first one that we've hit. It's
Yeah.
so random.
and Denmark is in Schengen, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it should be free roaming through. But all we had to do was share our passports with
Yeah.
them anyway. They did ask questions like, why are we there? What's our purpose? Have we been to Denmark before?
Weapons.
Have we been in contact with the police? Do we have
Alright.
weapons, drugs, and things like that? And even though, you know, we're not bad, I still felt like I'd done something wrong
Yeah.
the whole time.
That's why having Onyx, I think, sometimes kind of diffuses
Oh, yeah.
the tension as well. But
'Cause
that
it's
was
cute.
more nerve-wracking, I think, than doing the Channel Tunnel, and we've been scammed twice on the tunnel, haven't we?
Yeah, but it all went smoothly. There was just tents, cars, people everywhere, but once you're through, it was quick. Once you're through, you're through. So we're now in Denmark! Woo! So we have just pulled into our next park up and done a 2-hour drive. We have been taking it really slowly. We've been really breaking up this journey. And I think that's because when we did our last Euro trip from France into Spain, we drove a solid 14 hours and it was horrible. So we didn't want a repeat of that. But anyway, the park up. When we pulled in, I decided to Google wild camping in Denmark, and technically it is not allowed. And I know that's similar to the UK, but it is a little bit scary when doing it in a foreign country. But fortunately, we've pulled in next to this cabin. This cabin is basically similar to a Scottish bothy, a place that you can stay for free overnight. So worst case scenario tonight, if someone knocks on our van, we'll just say we're packing to go stay at this little cabin. I imagine you sleep on that bit there. And then that's the communal area and a fire pit. How cool is that? I think, if I've read it correctly on Google, that the bothies here are slightly different to the ones in Scotland because they're open on the sides. It's only allowed to be like a shelter for protection from the rain, whereas in Scotland it's like a full little cabin. But either way, this is really cool. Maybe we should sleep here. And look at this. There's an A-frame toilet out here. Ta-da! How cute is that? It even has toilet roll. I'm really impressed. And if you haven't realised, guys, we're back in our jackets. So we're having a bit of a predicament, aren't we?
Yeah, I've just gone on Google and it's basically saying the temperatures in Norway in June are quite cold, with temperatures between 8 degrees and 18 degrees. There's going to be many days of rain during the month of June in Norway. You should expect an average 15 to 22 days of rain.
And yes, we did Google this before, but we just didn't really think too much of it. But now we've got our jackets on, it's like, should we go all that way?
It's probably the
But
best
we've
time
got
to actually experience Norway as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely, it will be, because I mean it can't get any warmer than the summer months.
Yeah.
So we're going at the best time. We've got to go.
Take
We've
it
still
as it
got to
goes.
go. Yeah, we've got to go.
We've decided we're going to be leaving the park up and we're going to be trying to drive as far out of Denmark
Yeah.
as we can.
Let's do this. So yesterday, as we were driving the whole way through Denmark, we changed our minds again. We have decided not to drive all the way to Norway, and we are getting on a ferry. So we decided to pull over an hour and a half down the road, booked onto a ferry for today, because it's now the next day, for 6 p.m. And we're now an hour away from the port. And coincidentally, we keep pulling into some really cool little places. So I thought I'd show you around. This is just off like a little local village up there, and it's a little community area. There's picnic benches, a fire pit with wood already for people to use, and barbecues. And there's quite a few other picnic benches too. Some are in shade and under trees. It's super cute, and there's a huge lake there. And then just down here, there's quite a few boats. It's so beautiful, isn't it, here?
So I Google translated the signs here, and these boats are actually provided by, I think, like their council, and it's free for any of the locals to use, so the oars are already here for them. I've not come across anything like that in England yet. And then on the signs as well, it says that you can paddle across to the other side of the lake, and there's like a lake beach there and things like that. I'm tempted to jump on one, but I know that would be really naughty, so I'm not going to. And the water here is rated 3 out of 3 star for wild swimming. It's my side of the van once again at border check-in, so we've got our passports ready. Don't know why I always get sweaty when we do this. I've even got Onyx's passport ready. I'm very ready, because border control going into Denmark, we were not ready. Our passports were very much packed away in the back. Okay, it's our turn, here it goes. Hello! Little did we know this was the least of our worries. The worst was still yet to come. Awesome. Thank you. 30. Cool. Thank you. Line 30.
Just chill.
Well, that was easy. That was nice. They were smiley. I like that. And the sun is out, so awesome. We are about to board the Fjord Line ferry. So we did book onto this ferry very last minute, and it cost us €238, and €7 of it was to get Lord Onyx onto the ferry, wasn't it?
Money well spent,
Yeah,
probably
such a travel
not,
dog.
but we're travelling from Hirtshals,
Yeah.
and it's literally right at the top of Denmark, to KRISTIANSAND in Norway, and it's going to take about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And judging by our wing mirrors, it seems every single camper's going to Norway. I made another mistake again.
And this is a worse boo-boo than when you made us drive an hour out of the way to go get gas in the Isle of Skye.
This one's pretty dumb as well. So Sweden, Norway and Denmark all use their own krone. And when I've been going around the shops and been like, wow, this is actually quite cheap, this is quite cheap. Looking at the Swedish krone instead of the Danish. And then when we was at the filling up station, the fuel station,
Yeah.
I was like, 15.89
This is
krone.
so cheap.
This is
so
cheap. I was like, this is £1.30 a litre, wow. Filled the tank up, and then I get a notification on my phone to say, you've spent £115. I was like, what?
That is for half a tank, by the way, not a full tank. I'd
Yeah.
already filled up half a tank yesterday, and we were like, because it's so cheap, let's fill up before we get to Norway. A huge mistake. I guess,
Big
what
mistake,
lessons
but-
do I need to learn from this? Check for myself.
I think the good takeaway from this is the fact that it is still going to be more expensive in Norway, so...
Well, yeah, it might be around the same anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
The animals were heading
I think it's our turn next.
Hopefully. I'm actually getting excited now.
I'm wondering how we're going to fit on, because honestly, there are hundreds of motorhomes. Bye bye, honey. Bye bye
Bye,
bye.
Alex. Bye, man.
For those of you interested in this ferry, it's Fjord Line. It's dog friendly, of course, and the prices can be much cheaper if you book in advance. This port goes to other places around Norway too. We haven't prepped any food, and obviously you have to turn your gas off to be on the ferry, so we can't even go prep some in the van. So now we're going to end up spending loads of money on the ferry.
And a burger, I think, costs £14.
I've got to try and not drop it because it's so wobbly on here.
So we ended up getting one burger because they cost £14. So
We're
this better be
sharing
the best burger we've ever had.
We're such cheapskates, aren't we?
It does look quite
You
delicious,
know,
actually.
this little piece here, that is £7. Oh, it's dripping on me. Let's put it back down.
Let's see what £7 on a burger tastes like.
I'm already digging in. It's good. It definitely isn't worth £14,
No.
but it's good. I realised we didn't show you the full plate, but it's literally a burger with some crisps. Oh my god, look how excited he is.
Hello, little boy. Onyx has been such a baby lately. As soon as we come, he's like, wee, wee.
Did you hear that, Onyx? Oh, he's
baby.
bullying you. But you are. You're being a baby. Oh, he's cute. And we are officially in Norway! Woo!
I was so close to saying Denmark.
We can't keep up, we've been moving so fast. I just want to say, do you know what I love about getting on like these ferries and stuff? When they wave you goodbye off, because it just gets you excited for the next bit of the trip, doesn't it? It's just like
I'm
really
already
nice.
excited.
Yeah.
Go!
I think like the sun is potent right now. It feels like the middle of the day, and it is, what time is it? 9 p.m. It is broad daylight.
Good start.
At this point, we are still clueless to what's around the corner. Guys, I am stripping off. It is really warm. I hope it's not teasing us and this is legit gonna be a warm trip.
We have landed in Norway, but it has got off to a very, very bad start. It's not looking good.
I'm like embarrassed at myself and feeling really panicked right now.
Should we explain what's happening?
Yeah. So apparently I needed a tapeworm pill for Onyx before entering Norway because Norway isn't part of the EU, which I didn't do. So now I'm left with 3 options, but one of them's void. One, they were go back to Denmark, but there's no ferry, so that's void. 2 is put him in quarantine for 24 hours and pay 700 euros. Or he gets euthanized, which is just absurd.
It's ridiculous, man.
Honestly, I thought it was going so smoothly.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
didn't know.
they've
I
put
didn't
up those
know.
prices so much because they know people are going to pay for their pets as well, which I think is just a little bit of a robbery.
I've told them
to be
I
honest.
don't
This
have
is
that money in my bank.
unbelievable.
Like I don't have it, and I've told them like, can I at least drive him to the vets and then leave him in the quarantine? No, because they can't manage it, and I appreciate that. It's my
She's just
it's my
doing her
mistake.
job, I guess,
it's my
but-
mistake. I should have done the research, and I feel like a idiot.
£700 is so steep, I think. So, just as we came off the boat, we
700
were so
euros.
700 euros. Okay, 700 euros. We were both so buzzed to get off the boat, and now
We're in this shed. We got pulled over and like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't tell us on the way out. Like what? Why do they wait till you get here?
It's not looking good, guys. Not looking good. Check where we're locked up. We're held up.
I feel like I'm starting to shake, but it says cost of transportation and housing for up to 32 hours, including veterinary treatment, medicine and transportation to Berge, Hundassistance. The animal must be collected at Berge by appointment when the isolation period is done. I don't even know where Berge is. Okay, can you just tell me how much 700 NOK is, whatever it is? 7,000 NOK.
So 7,000 Norwegian krone is precisely £593.
We're gonna have to leave you for one night. I'm sorry. We got you your teddy, and then you can have my fleece so you can smell us, okay?
You might meet a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
I hope
You
so.
might meet some friends.
I hope. I did ask if I needed to pack your food, didn't I? But they were like, the food is provided. And I was like, well, if I'm paying 700, then we may as well take the food, right?
Hell yeah, we're gonna get 'em.
You are so
Make sure you stuff
expensive.
all your pockets with lots of free food and stuff, okay?
He has no idea. Good boy. Good boy, okay?
See you later, buddy. You be a good boy, okay? Just enjoying the
So there's another pug going to quarantine with Onyx, and her name is Ruby. So I think he might end up with a girlfriend after all.
destiny.
I really didn't expect this, and I feel like such an idiot. Like, we do so much research when we travel, and this was a really big point that we missed, and I just don't know how I didn't realise that. Anyway, Onyx is now gone, and it's 24-hour quarantine from the minute he takes the pill, the tapeworm pill, and it's about a 20-minute drive from here, so it's now 10 o'clock, so about 10:30 tomorrow night we can pick him up. I miss him already.
On a lighter note, it's beautiful here already.
It really is.
swear, do you want to feel this then, me darling? After everything that's happened, you know what? I can forgive him. The air's clean, it smells good, it's beautiful, the people are nice, they even speak English. I think I might actually grow to like this place.
What? And I'm back here, missing Onyx.
I'm
And I'm just like, oh, Onyx would be here on a walk
so
with us.
beautiful.
I wonder what Onyx is doing right
You
now.
can feel, you can smell
Yeah.
the warmth as
It
well.
smells really good here.
Wow.
It's really lush
So
as well.
clean.
And the next 2 days is going to be really good weather, so I
Yeah.
am looking forward to that. We're actually just walking kind of near the port because there were some really cool rocks that I wanted to see. And there's Kristiansand port. Look how lush the sunset is. Onyx would love this. Although our crossing was our worst travel experience ever, we were grateful to rock up to such a beautiful country, and at the end of the day, we are all safe.
So last night was really strange without Onyx. Like, when I was sat on the sofa, I just kept thinking he was in the bed because that's where he usually is at night time, like after 8 p.m, and he just like snoozes away. But then every time I went to go check on him, he wasn't there, which is weird. And this is all the stuff I go through when I swap him over with my ex as well. So I'm kind of used to it, but it's horrible, and it makes me sad that I know I've got him for 3 months and one of the nights he's not with me. Anyway, today we are going to try keep ourselves busy. We are going to head out on a hike that is like 40 minutes away, but also in the direction of Onyx, and then we'll pick him up later, and hopefully he's okay and hasn't, you know, been bullied or anything in the kennels.
Are you ready for the lumber slide hike?
Hell yeah, I'm just getting all packed mulled up, getting comfy to carry everything as usual. At least we've upgraded.
To be fair, that is actually my bag, but Sam was begging to wear it because he likes it. So I, of course, said yes, so
I'm
I don't have
claiming
to
it.
carry everything.
I'm claiming it by having it.
Anyway, so this is the car park to the lumber slide hike. This is our first taste of real Norwegian outdoors, and it is incredible already. And then this little lumber slide thing here is where we're going to be hiking today, or should I say what we're going to be hiking on today. How cool is this?
This is awesome, man. I'm not actually scared it's going to fall, but it has been erected for like 70 years or something.
I think
But it
it's
held
so
logs,
cool.
and these look new to me.
Yeah, I'm sure they're keeping it up, looking after it. This 4-kilometre trail takes you on a hike alongside the river, through tunnels and over bridges. We are now going across like a suspended
Wow, it is
bridge,
bouncing.
and it is so wobbly, isn't it?
The views are incredible, but oh my god.
I have
it's
never
shaky.
gripped onto the camera so tight.
Oh my
Come
god.
on, just another 100 metres to go. This historic log flume is the longest in Norway and was originally used to float logs from the forest down to the river. Honestly, this walk is so picturesque. You go from walking next to a river to now being in the middle of a woodlands.
It's absolutely perfect. We've stopped so many times because so many photos to be taken, and we've actually spotted a slide just on the other side that goes into a body of water.
Yeah,
So we're going to be making our way there. and get a
absolutely.
dip.
We've just done a little detour to this house.
I don't know what's
I
happening.
think they're like cabins that you can stay in for hiking, and then similarly to the one in Denmark that we showed you, there's like a shelter cabin that you can just put your sleeping bag in, I guess. But what I really wanted to show you was the grass. Look how green it is. It is like perfection. Oh my god. I have never seen grass so lush before. It really feels we're like in The Sound of Music or something like that. These are the camping cabins, and they're 50 NOK per night to stay in. Look how incredible this is! This is like the perfect picnic bench. All we have is a white food. We've just got a text from the vet or the kennels, and it says, "Good day. Their dog arrived at our quarantine station last night. It went very well and she relaxed quickly. Very cozy and fond of attention." Of course he is. No problem. Sorry, I've just accidentally come off it. "With the worming either, you can pick up from us tonight at 10 p.m.
Yay.
That's really lovely message as well. Hopefully they haven't got the wrong dog because they
Yeah.
keep saying she.
This doesn't look scary.
How many spiders do you think are in here?
Oh, I may have said that, don't we,
The camera has lit it up, but it is pitch black, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah, I can't see anything now.
And I
like the
bet
descent.
there is loads of spiders in there. Yeah. Honestly, see, there we go, it's not lighting up straight away. I don't even know if this is part of the trail because actually on the board at the beginning it did stop after the house that we went to. Mm-hmm. So I do think this is the end of the trail. So should we go wild swimming instead?
Yeah, I think that's a good end to it,
Let's
really.
go.
Actually now found our little slide. We had to take a little bit of a detour past the houses. And check this out. That's horrible. Let's go! Whoa.
How was that? Oh my god! You like flew in the air 3 times!
That was epic. Can you believe a slide is out here? To be honest, I don't think it's made for adults because I got some air on that and it actually hurt my back on the last one.
Let's see. Oh yeah, there is actually a red mark here.
But I would definitely recommend doing it.
This is my rock. This is where I'm staying. So do you think to wild swim you actually have to swim? Because I don't really like swimming in the deep end because it's scary. I'm more of a bather.
So you're a wild bather?
Yeah,
oh,
that
wow.
should be a thing. Although we were actually really prepped for this wild swim today, we did forget our towels. Like I said, never copy us. And so now we have to wait on this rock to just dry off. Unfortunately,
Except the trees are now blocking the sun.
I was literally about to say, fortunately the sun is out, but yeah, it is in hiding right now. So we're just gonna wait here, dry off, and then head back to the van.
Go on, tell them how great I am.
Sam has been so great. He's been filling up Onyx's bowl whilst he's been away. So when we pick him up in 3 hours, he'll get some food to munch on for when he comes home.
Do you think Onyx is in the prison singing prison blues?
Probably.
I'm all alone. Shut up, Onyx!
This is the weirdest road I've ever been on. I've even double checked that this is a legit road, and apparently it is. Look at it. We're here at the kennels, it is the right place. I thought we were going into a death trap.
I don't know why, but I'm really excited to pick him up, man. It's like picking your kid up for the first day of school or something.
Hello, buddy. Hello. Where have you been? Where have you been?
Onyx!
Hello, Onyx.
Pig!
This is Ruby.
There's a pig!
And then this is a pig.
Oh my god, you are beautiful.
Hey Ruby, your parents will be here soon. I promise. Onyx, come here. We're so glad to have you back. Oh my god. Oh.
I could not be happier. The baby's back.
Way!
We have Onyx
Yay,
back.
it's like he never left. Look at him, man.
So our pockets are a little bit empty, but I'm really glad, obviously, we have Onyx back. And I do want to say this was entirely my fault. And Border Control and the guy who runs this dog hotel, they have been really kind to us the whole time.
Human.
Yeah, very human. They've just followed the protocol that we all have to, so there was nothing that could be done. Yeah. It was our fault, and I thought that they were really kind through the whole process.
Yeah, absolutely. From the moment that we came here, I think they were we were well received because they even said that it's just a bad foot to start on, really, putting your dog in a foreign place, an unknown location for them, so a bit of stress and the amount of money that it's going to cost.
Yeah. They did apologise, but they don't have to. Absolutely not. It's our fault. Right, guys, we're going to wrap up the vlog here. We were going to bring you along today, but in the end, we just did the same thing as yesterday.
We basically did it just so then Onyx didn't miss out because we couldn't have all that fun and him not enjoy it, but also the weather is really good, and next week the forecast does dive quite a bit, so we thought we'd just make the most of it, and we know that this place is
really
stunning,
beautiful.
so
oh
we
my
just
god,
swim.
I think in terms of location, for just being like 30 minutes away from Kristiansand, it is incredible. Anyway, I did want to clear up a few things. So the what was it? What did he go into? Quarantine costs £600, not £700.
It's a little bit of saving.
The people on Border Control said it was £700, but once I paid on my Starling account, I've checked and it is £600.
Without any fees.
Yeah, so I was going to say, if you haven't sorted out a Starling account or something like Monzo or anything like that, do, because we sorted it out for this trip, and it means we don't have to pay fees and exchange rates and things like that when we're away.
Barclays, you have to pay 3% on
Yeah,
some of
my
the
one.
transactions, so it's quite high, especially if you're
Lloyd's.
going to pay £600. It's a lot.
Yeah, so I saved £100 and I saved on the fees, so that was like, I guess, the best thing out of the whole situation, and obviously getting Onyx back. So
Yeah.
that's that really.
Yeah.
That's our first day in Norway complete.
Absolutely. So join us next
Got
week where we'll be
bikinis
continue
on.
the amazing trip around Norway, and I guess it'll properly kick off
Properly
next week.
kick off
really, won't it?
next week, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on those notifications.
Yeah, and thanks for tuning in so far. See you next week.
Ciao.
Ciao.